the channel and talked about anything horror related, did any of my reactions, but Nightmares with Shiino is back. So tonight I want to talk about Candyman. Candyman 2021. Me and my homeboy Josh, we actually went out and seen it tonight for a premiere night, and I just want to kind of give my tidbit on it, my review, my take. For starters, I give the film a 9.4 out of 10 because I don't believe there's a perfect film out, but I do believe that the execution of the film was really good, as far as casting, as far as the cinematics of it, how it was shot, the storyline, um, all things of that nature. I felt like were really, really great. I want to start off with the cast, and how Monkey Paw Productions and that whole team really casted in a way to where the story could make sense and be believable. First of all, Yaya was a perfect Candyman. I feel like he embodied the role really, really well. Um, you can tell that he took the role very serious, and it was just a great performance all in all. I know with myself personally, I wasn't too familiar with him other than his quick cameo in Us, in the first opening minutes of the film. And even with that little bit that he did, it was really, really good. Like, and it wasn't much, but even returning cast from the original Candyman, like Vanessa Estelle, like just seeing her pop back up on the screen was great. It was genius to me, and just how it tied in with the whole storyline, which leads to me, and of course Tony Todd, his quick cameo. He's the Candyman legend, so he doesn't need much. All he needed was a little smidget, and that was enough. That's all we needed from him. Also, Coleman Domingo also was a very, very good. I would want to call him. I guess you can call him a antagonist. I guess how he played his role to kind of steer Anthony's character into becoming the man, the myth, and becoming Candyman ultimately. So storyline, I felt like the storyline was done justice. A lot of sequels don't bode over well, especially when the sequel is, I don't know, however many years removed from the original. But to me, this one was done really, really well. As you know, most people who have watched it, you've seen in my reaction video, I called it that, Anthony was the infant that was kidnapped by Helen in the original film. And I was right on that regard. And I was honestly, being that I figured out that, I thought that it wouldn't be as monumental as it was when I seen it on screen, but it actually, how they flipped it and made it what they made it, actually threw me for a loop. And I was very, very impressed by the story writers. Of course, I mean, it's Jordan Peele and his team. They never disappoint, in my opinion. And then, like I said, carrying on that tradition and adding the fact that there's more than one Candyman. Like, there was Tony Todd's Candyman, of course, but over the course of the years, Candyman didn't stop. Like, he just embodied other men in the Cabrini Green neighborhood, and pretty much the curse was waiting for Anthony's character to come back. It was almost as if he was the chosen one, and I felt like that was a good spin to put on the original storyline. I was concerned on how they were going to extend the storyline, with Helen, because I don't count Candyman 2 and 3. I don't count those. I don't know if y'all do, but I don't count those. But so without Helen and without that original cast, I was really wondering how they were going to carry that on, from the mom telling Antonio that he was born on the South Side, that he wasn't born in Cabrini Green, and then him going to the hospital to get his bee sting checked out to find out that he's actually born in that neighborhood, like he's from there. So that put two and two together, and it kind of forced his mom to tell him the truth about who he is, where he's from. That story that is a legend in the neighborhood, that's a myth, that's an urban legend. It's not really urban legend. It actually happened. Um, I also like the police brutality uh, twist that they kind of threw on it. I know a lot of people, were speculating that they weren't going to like it because they were going to make it too modern and the police brutality was going to, kind of alter the origins of Candyman. But they kept the original Candyman origins intact. And what it was the next Candyman, or maybe the third Candyman, I can't remember exactly, but who died at the hands of the police. And things of that nature, because he gave a white girl a piece of candy with a blade in it, allegedly. So they assumed that it was that guy, and ultimately it wasn't. So the curse goes on, obviously. Um, I feel like, unfortunately, I do feel like a lot of people will feel like the film didn't do justice because it is a sequel, and we all know the depiction that we have on sequels already as it is. But me personally, I felt like it was a great film. I would definitely watch it again and again and again. And I mean, as people know, I am a Jordan Peele stan, but even without, well, I can't say without Jordan being on it that it would be as great, but I would. I just like the film. I like I said, I enjoyed the cinematography. I enjoyed the musical selection, the scores, um, the color grading. Like, you can tell that they paid attention to detail, very, very, very much so. And I also like the fact that, kind of backtracking a little bit, how the different dynamics that they had in the film, like with Anthony's character being a painter, and he's pretty much painting the origins of Candyman without even, well, he kind of knew from doing research, going to meet up with William and things of that nature, but it's kind of like how the art kind of started the film. Like, Anthony really was Candyman without knowing Candyman, like knowing that he was Candyman. He pretty much, as I said, he was a painter, and what his first exhibit was a mirror. And those of you who've seen the original, you know that Ruthie Jean, I believe her name was in the original, she was killed in the apartment next to Anthony's mother's, and Candyman allegedly came through the medicine cabinet and killed her. So it was kind of a nod at the original with his first art exhibit by him setting up that mirror, opening the mirror to see his paintings within almost a replica of the same hallway of the living room of Ruthie Jean's. And it's like, how would he know that? He was a toddler back then. So it's like almost as if he's envisioning these things from a previous life. I mean, granted, it wasn't his, but he's a part of the curse. And then what else was it? My favorite scene. Let's go. My favorite scene. I think my favorite scene probably was, well, I had multiple, so I'll do three. My three favorite scenes are, one, the schoolgirl scene, when the schoolgirls, they're in the bathroom. The one, it's in the trailer, but I'm gonna still go ahead and break it down. They're in the bathroom, and the girl that was actually at the exhibit was like, "Hey, you guys ever heard of Candyman?" Her friends are just like, "No, hell no." Like, what's Candyman? So she breaks it down to them, and there's a group of them. I believe there's five of them, maybe six, and they are in the bathroom saying Candyman in the mirror. And what makes it my favorite scene is there's an Asian girl. After like the second Candyman, she was just like, "Hell no," and she gets the hell out of Dodge. The rest of the girls continue to say his name, and obviously you know what happens. I just liked how the scene was shot, how the cameraman went through the stalls and still caught the imagery of the girls in the mirror. Um, I enjoyed that a lot. I like the first kill scene. I enjoyed that a lot. Just pretty much the non-believers testing the will of Candyman, like as if he is nothing. As even just me, just knowing the stories of him would be enough for me to not want to even tempt it, but they still tempt it anyway, and then ultimately they get killed off. And my third and final favorite scene would just have to be just the progression of the film itself. Just watching Anthony transform from this regular guy and transition into Candyman, scene after scene after scene, all off of a sting of from a bee. I want to say maybe in like the first 15 minutes he was stung, and just transitioning through and through and through and through, he slowly but surely became Candyman. I enjoyed his Anthony's girlfriend in the film as well. Brianna, I believe her name was. I really wasn't expecting the flip at the end to where is she kind of becomes the new Helen almost. Like he, that's when Tony Todd makes his appearance and he kind of tells her, tell everyone my story, and that's how the movie ultimately ends. The only thing about it, honestly, that I didn't like was that it ended. Because God knows how long it'll be if we get another one. I do think that there will be another one, but God knows how long it'll be until we do get another one. But I feel like the door was left wide open just off of different storylines that can be taken from what we got so far. Like me personally, I believe that Brianna's father was one of the Candymans leading up to Anthony's Candyman as well, because they just showed us flashes of him kind of going crazy and him asking her, "Did you know your dad can fly?" and jumping out the window ultimately. Like, we don't know officially what happened to him. Brianna and her brother stated that he died or whatever the case may be, but we didn't see it, so that door is left open. And or I feel like they could just take their approach with Anthony as the new Candyman and just start a new trilogy for the new age horror fans and that didn't get to experience that original horror back then. Hopefully, if they do take it that way, the second and third one is not like the sequel and the third storyline of the Candyman that us original fans got, because that just wasn't it. That they just weren't good at all. But ultimately, like I said, I gave the film 9.4 out of 10. I enjoyed it. It seemed like the audience that was there with us enjoyed it as well. And I'm just waiting to see what Jordan Peele does next, honestly. I want to see more of Yaya as an actor as well. Preferably horror, because that's just what I like to watch. But if not, it's understandable. But I like him as an actor, honestly. He's definitely on my radar after this film. Coleman Domingo as well. And Vanessa Estelle has always been one of my favorites. I enjoy her in everything that she's in. So, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much my review, my wrap up of the movie. Definitely go see it. And go see it with an open mind. Don't expect it to be better than the previous or hold it to any of that type of standard at all. Just go enjoy it for what it is, enjoy the storyline, and I promise you, you will love it. Like, just go watch it as a open mind, no expectations, no nothing. My homie Josh never even seen the original, and he thoroughly enjoyed the film because, like I said, he didn't have any expectations on it. Versus me, I kind of had expectations, and it lived up to those expectations. So I'm a satisfied fan. Hopefully, you guys will be too. And that's it. That's my wrap. That's my take on Candyman 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed me. I'll be doing a lot more content coming up. I'm back active. I'm here. Nightmares with Shiino is back, and we gonna be banging these reactions out soon. In the comments, let me know what you guys want to see me react to or review anything. Just let me know, and I'll gladly get to it. All right, so that's it. Y'all have a good night. Shiino out.